Which are your favorites?
You know I love animal prints, but not on the lake.
I think there are blue leopards on this lake. Freshwater leopards.
Could we say that it's like a speckled trout?
Ever dream of having a country retreat and fixing it up so it's perfectly you? Well, I'm doing just that to my own summer house. It's rustic, remote, and on its way to remarkable. Stick with me. I'll show you how to create the getaway of your dreams.
It's a non-stop world out there. Seems like I'm always on the run for something or other.
Oh, hi there. It's Sarah Richardson calling. How are you? Sarah speaking.
I sure could use a break from my ever-hectic life.
Sarah speaking. Sarah speaking.
But I can't complain.
Okay, can you get me a price on that one? Thank you.
It's a busy life, thankfully offset by a peaceful summer escape. My husband, Alexander, bought it when he was single. But that party's over. Now, with myself, one child, and another on the way.
You're fussy.
It's situation critical to make this house work for our expanding family. The contractor started on the new footprint last year, and now I'm on a mission to finish the renovation once and for all. Oh, and did I mention this place is on an island, 3 hours away from the city? This baby is going to be well-traveled, as will my right-hand designer, Tommy.
Where can I get a venti, half-sweet, sugar-free vanilla Americano?
Nothing out here.
I haven't seen this place since we closed it up last fall. Wonder what I'm in for.
Your roof got ripped off.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's bare. The winter winds have really taken their toll.
It looks like we have a little less roof than we used to, Harold.
That's incentive enough to tackle the exterior. New roof, new paint, and new windows will keep it nice and cozy.
It's gonna have cedar shingles on it this time.
Oh, okay, nice.
Does cedar hold up any better?
It should, yeah. We're using it. Don't guarantee.
Life is an experiment out in the islands,
That's right.
I'm still plowing ahead with my big plan of action. A living room addition, a 16 by 16 foot room that will seem like it's perched over the water. The perfect place to enjoy this gorgeous view.
So this will become the new living room?
Okay,
Glass all the way around, pretty much.
great.
This is the ultimate sweet spot on the island. Great place to watch the sunset, but what we really want to create here is a storm room, a place to sit when the winds are howling and the rain is pelting down and just feel like we are literally suspended out in the elements. If all goes according to plan, this will be the ultimate best room in the entire cottage.
But first, we gotta build it.
Okay, guys, let's unload everything. Good.
Renovations are challenging enough. Add a half-hour boat commute and just imagine what could go wrong.
Very heavy.
Watch your fingers, boys.
All materials and people have to travel in by boat or barge.
Yeah, just pull it.
And if the weather cooperates, by plane. It's time-consuming and has its ups and downs. He's okay, folks. But I may have tripped up. I've ordered all new windows for the place, and Tommy,
Can I ask a question?
invaluable as always, has already raised a red flag.
I don't know, Sarah, that you can live with these windows that are divided and these windows that are all solid panes. This is gonna look like an add-on. It's gonna look like a totally different structure.
I wanted all the new windows to match, but right now, the ones for the living room addition have mullions, and the ones in the rest of the cottage don't. It's a big problem and a bigger drag.
I know that it's been ordered.
And it's the cost of all new glass.
There's no easy way out of this.
All of the windows for the extension are correct. All of the windows to replace the existing windows in the cottage are wrong. So now I'm going to have to pay to have new glass made. This is a really expensive mistake. I'm devastated. It slipped past me. I didn't see it. I didn't catch it. And to be totally honest, I'm heartbroken. situation with the windows is actually pretty bad. I'm heartbroken because this is the hugest waste of money.
I have been working with Sarah for a really long time, and rarely have I seen her this upset.
That's a long way to think back.
These windows are not cheap. They are hard to come by, and they're custom, and the fact of the matter is, they absolutely have to be changed.
My motto, do it once, do it right, and if you do it wrong, do it again. I bit the bullet and ordered new frames and new glass. Now, all the windows look alike, and I have some closure on the issue. And just in the nick of time. It was spring, now it's snowing again.
All this white stuff is every other day out here at this time of year. We take what it gives us, the good with the bad and the bad with the good.
I think it best to shift the focus inside. Every seat has got to be the best seat in the house. So the sofa and all chairs will sit around the perimeter. The windows are the main feature, but I'm using pine paneling on the walls and ceiling as a nod to remote and rustic charm.
Look at how nice and wide these are.
Isn't that nice?
It's incredible.
It is naughty, okay?
Always, darling.
I think 10 is the safe way to go.
I think they're quite attractive.
They are nice.
And for the walls,
We want tongue and groove boards. I was thinking a 6-inch board. What do you think about that?
I think that will look quite good with the scale of the room.
You want the pattern, you want the definition, but I don't think you want it to be...
It's gonna look really busy if you have narrow boards.
Okay, so 6-inch boards.
that wraps up Tommy's and my board meeting. Now I just have one more party to sell on these key decisions. My husband, Alexander. Piece of cake.
You done in my closet!
I supersized it for you.
That's fucking great. Harold, how are you? Good to see you.
So far, Alexander's on side, but the extension has lopped off a chunk of deck space.
Do you think we can pull the deck out here, Harold? Like, what would you recommend? I mean, would you want to...
Well, I think we should bring it across and then try and get around this corner and connect with the other deck somehow.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you're going to want to walk around. Okay?
Let's do that.
Okay. Now, how about lightening up on the pine? Can't happen soon enough for me.
So you know how I've always thought there's too much pine in here?
There's not enough pine.
What if we applied a whitewash stain over top of the existing stain? More like this instead.
Yeah, it takes a bit of adjusting to. I mean, I've always loved the pine. You want to paint it white.
It's not white, it's whitewash.
What is it with guys in natural wood?
How will it read over the knots, right?
Nice try.
So it just lightens up the knots.
Okay.
So can I call that an approval?
That's approved.
Nice.
And it just gets better. The reordered and rebuilt windows have got me all smiles.
And those are all the right windows. Yippee! I am so glad that we went through with it and got them fixed. Now I just can't wait to see them go in. Let's just hope they fit.
Now that we've sealed the deal with the windows, I'm feeling relaxed enough to choose fabrics.
When the living room's all said and done, your sight line is going to be out over the water. Which are your favorites?
I have to say my absolute favorite is the E-Cat.
I know, the E-Cat's pretty spectacular, isn't it?
It's my all-time favorite.
I actually found this fabric, and I don't know.
It's beautiful.
Do you like it?
Love it.
It doesn't feel too fancy.
Definitely not too grandma and definitely not too fancy. Love it.
This has the vintage cottage feel, and I think that when you're dealing with a cottage, you're always struggling with how to get a vintage vibe in there, and this is helping it.
Soul into it. This has soul.
Okay, so we like this one. This has a twill weight. So what if we did a pair of chairs on this?
Fine, that's what I would love.
Okay, last thing is window coverings.
Okay.
It looks like pure linen, but it's got a lot of polyester in it.
Okay, so
which means it won't get broken down by the sun. And it's $10 a yard.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, what if we just did drapes only on the big south doors?
Okay.
And then all the windows have blinds on them. So you get the softness of the fabric, but you also have the blinds to control the sun.
Well, and you're not buying 700 yards of it, which is what you'd need for all those windows.
It would just be too much fabric.
It would be.
I'm inspired by the water.
A girl can only take so much zen. I've got to get back to where the action is.
Whoa, bad landing, sorry. Don't show that to Alex.
I can't wait to see inside. The living room extension is being insulated. My favorite electrician's doing some wiring. And those windows, yes!
Oh, it looks so much better. I never thought I could be this close to the water and be inside. Awesome.
Things are looking way up. Finally, a shipment of cedar shingles have made port.
Does cedar hold up any better?
It should, yeah. We're using it. No guarantee.
Life is an experiment out in the island.
Oh, they'll last, all right. 40 years or more, I hear. Cedar is the king of shingles. Oh, great. Yet another weather pattern. Thankfully, it's a short deluge, and dare I say, educational.
We've got water sitting on our subfloor. We can't put on the paneling, we can't put on the trim, and we certainly can't put on a floor until we know exactly where this water's coming from. This morning's rain, nothing. The storms we get, run for cover. I don't need a flood in here.
Having a husband with a pilot's license sure comes in handy when there's a problem.
So it clearly will get driven in the rain, which is not good. This place will be full of water.
Well, our new floors that haven't even gone down yet will be wrecked, right? Bingo! Stop. Okay, so that's not sealed. There. Yeah, that's enough. Thank you. Yep, it's coming in.
And that's just a light spray.
If we hadn't been here today to see this, we probably would have proceeded with our floor installation, and then our floor would have got ruined and buckled as soon as it went in. Nobody needs that at this stage in the game.
We have to reseal it all. A cost-effective and timely solution as the new hardwood flooring is en route.
Yeah, we don't mess around.
Nothing says cottage or summer home more than rustic, extra-wide, rough-sawn boards. The whitewash on the pine is a no-brainer. The lightness frames the view.
Men like natural, naughty pine. Girls like me, we like white.
The ceiling's going up and the flooring down. It's all hands on deck, 'cause I'm sawing for two. All is well inside.
Got a few more for you.
Oh, great, thanks.
Just when I thought it was break time, another task has made itself known.
Can I ask you a major question?
Sure.
What are we doing about the major amount of stuff in this room?
It's not junk. This is my life. Alex and I had to pack up and move everything out of the cottage by ourselves.
Okay.
And the weather was getting nasty, and as you can see by the end, we just started basically flinging stuff in here. So.
Wasn't your child conceived around that time?
Yeah. Yeah, not that day. Anyway.
Just asking.
Once we can start moving inside, we can sift through.
Okay.
Then we can take back the screen porch.
And not a moment too soon. We're filling this room with new furniture and some previously stored picks. Trim's going in and that whitewash is rocking.
Do you want to see my floors, Tommy?
Do I?
Can you actually pull that back? It's starting to get a little bit of a long
You're having
way
trouble
down.
getting...
Yeah, I don't feel like bending down so much, thanks.
Wow.
Oh, baby.
They are gorgeous.
That's so inspiring. I'm taking to the waves one last time for a few more pieces. To make this room look like it's always been there requires a touch of vintage.
Ooh, are you feeling the bamboo?
I am now.
That's going in the living room for sure.
Fabulous. We're 3 inches inside the store and we've already bought something. This is dangerous.
This is boding well.
What about those candlesticks? Do you like those? They're kind of fun.
I like them very much.
I see where you're going here.
Isn't it a table and a toy storage box all at once?
That is definitely a high-class toy box.
Now you see it, now you don't.
Yeah.
Okay, can you spot the problem?
This.
The more that goes on to the island,
That's a pretty great-looking pendant fixture.
means the more that has to come off the island.
Sorry.
Well, some of that life is going to have to retreat to the city, sad to say. But it's all offset by the final fixes to the deck and putting everything where it belongs. And we're including some prime picks from the porch.
Don't trip on my vacuum.
Here comes the cavalry. Alexander's helping to make some choices and show some muscle.
Stand aside.
These, I think I'm capable of lifting. Oh! Yeah, I think I can manage these.
What are we gonna do with this one?
Living room.
Wilson!
All the rain, boat trips, stub toes, and sunburns have been worth it. The additions come to fruition.
I am so pleased. I don't even know how to tell you. I had to take the inspiration from the water. I wanted it to feel like the waves were literally crashing up into the room. So it had to be shades of blue. Oh, yeah. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Key to my approach is a combination of different patterns. Mix them all together, and what you get is something that is very dynamic and feels lighthearted in the blend that you achieve.
I honestly think that this is a master class in how to layer pattern on pattern.
I don't think we should get hung up on having a singular color of blue. The best rooms and the ones that look like they've come together over time, mix a whole bunch of blues.
The stripes, the floral, the ECAT all come together so beautifully, especially on the sofa back, to illustrate how you can use different patterns together to create a cohesive whole.
I had a couple of different ideas about how the layout might come together once the furniture arrived. By having the two chaises facing each other, it means that you can either have two people lounging, gazing at each other and relaxing, or one person enjoying the water view or the sunset view. As a designer, I always want to make sure that my rooms look beautiful, but the reality of it is that when you've got a young family, a room like this needs to function for all members, including 2-year-olds with lots of toys. But there is an easy solution. If you choose a coffee table that has enough clearance underneath it, you can have baskets that easily slide in and out, and cleanup of all the toys is simple. By taking over part of the deck, we were able to get this amazing room with 270 degrees of view. It encapsulates my whole vision of how you should feel when you're at the cottage. There's definitely a challenge when you're building out in the elements as far out on the water as we are.
Your roof got ripped off.
I guess we're definitely getting a new roof now.
Yeah.
The most striking feature of the exterior now, I would say for sure for me, is the roof. I mean, that cedar shake roof is quite elegant.
My approach to cottage exteriors has always been to keep it on the neutral side. I was inspired by the granite boulders and the lichen. Not a very bold reference to those colors, but a subtle nod to the surroundings. The windows were probably the most emotional and challenging mishap. I just don't remember ever going back to everything being full panel. Might have preferred not to have to spend the extra money to make it right, but I love the way they look. If you ask me if it was worth it, I'll tell you 100% yes it was, because they look terrific. I've wanted to build this room for a long time. Without a doubt, it is the room of my dreams, and I couldn't be happier to finally have it to enjoy.
You know how I can tell you we're in a hurry? There's a box over there that contains olive oil, a wine decanter, flippers.
Yeah, you like that? Flippers? A toucan puzzle piece.
Okay.